Hi, friends, and welcome. This is day 14 of my 40-day challenge of bringing spiritual insights to you. And so, this message today is for someone who is always wondering about the future, who is perhaps even receives visions of the future and is kind of fixated there quite a bit, wants to arrive at those outcomes that they see. And what I was receiving from my guides is this beautiful reminder that not only are we spiritual beings having a human experience, they were reminding me that we are experiential beings as well, which means that we are actually here to have this experience in physical form, to actually experience what it is like to be in a human body, living out our life experience. And so, what I was receiving is this message that what would be the point if we knew everything, if we knew how everything was going to unfold, if we knew every single moment and every single outcome, what would be the point of being here? There would be no point. And so, this is why we don't know everything. This is why we might get little clips or snippets from future potentialities, future realities that we could be moving towards. But as we are living life, we need to be in the experience. We can't actually fully be immersed in that if we know everything that's going to unfold. So they're saying to trust, to begin to trust more in how your life is unfolding and recognize that you're connected to this infinite intelligence creator. You're connected to your higher self. You have a divine plan, right? And begin to trust more in the unfolding of that process. The other thing that I was receiving and being reminded of is that if you had never had a certain experience, then you would not really understand it. You would not really be able to then help somebody else with that. So let me just give you an example. Let's say, for instance, I offered you an orange and you had never had one before. And so I was taking this time to write out what it would taste like, what the texture would be like, what it would feel like when you bit into that orange. And I was trying to explain it to you, and I was doing the best that I could. And then I offered you the orange. I gave it to you, and you peeled the orange, and then you bit into the orange, and it was juicy, and it squirted in your mouth, and you could feel the texture of it. And in that moment, you knew what an orange tasted like. And from that point on, I never needed to explain it to you again. I never needed to give you that written little sheet of paper that I wrote down to try to help you to understand what an orange tastes like. It became your knowing. It became your wisdom. It became a part of you. And so recognize that each experience that you have, right? Perhaps you might experience something that's very challenging or very difficult, where, for myself, I went through a relationship at one point that I was in a narcissistic relationship, and I went through that journey and that process of moving through that and then getting out of that relationship and going through the healing from that and going on to have a healthy relationship after that. So recognize that if I didn't go through the experience, I wouldn't really understand and be able to relate to somebody else who was going through something similar. And the beauty in this, the beauty in experiencing all these different fabrications of life, all these different opportunities, all these different challenges, is that it becomes our wisdom. It becomes our knowing. We know, right? I know in my heart what somebody else might feel like if they've been in a narcissistic relationship, because I was in one myself. I know what it feels like for somebody who has been suppressed and hasn't been able to use their voice and been able to speak and express. So recognize that our experiences are a gift, and we are meant to trust the unfolding of this process of our life unfolding. And yes, we absolutely should have visions of our future and imagine our future and select what we want to create and bring forth or co-create with God and bring forth into this world from the unseen into the seen, into this physical reality. That's why we're here. But recognize that we need to actually have those experiences. We need to be in the thick of it. We need to actually be in the nitty gritty, in the soil, digging up the dirt and just playing with all of life, playing in life and experiencing absolutely everything, because it is through that we gain such wisdom. Our soul learns, our soul grows and evolves, and then we carry those learnings with us. We carry them to the next life. Our the things that we learn are stored in our causal body and will always remain with us. The lessons that we have learned, the things that we have come to know, the things that we have come to understand, the all the things that come from the beauty of experiencing life. So from this message, take a pause and recognize that if we knew everything, then there would be no point in being here. And recognize that there is this higher intelligence supporting you and guiding you. Your higher self is guiding you. We just have to listen, right? Be in the present moment and listen to that guidance. Listen to your intuition and follow that and allow it to unfold. And the beautiful thing about that is I find that life, when we do that, will surprise and delight me. I am always um, absolutely just elated by the ways in which the Creator weaves this tapestry of people, places, and things to connect at synchronistic moments, to bring certain people together, to have a certain experience, and how each person, right, is the center of their experience, and how all this beautiful weaving and tapestry takes place. It just truly, truly to me is miraculous. It is just incredible. So enjoy your life journey, enjoy your experiences, enjoy the process, enjoy the unfolding, enjoy that process of gaining your wisdom, and then share your wisdom with those around you that need it, because you matter, and your wisdom and your perspectives and your way of guiding and supporting others is absolutely needed. So thank you for joining me, and if you liked my video, then please like and subscribe to my channel, as I will be bringing more of these insights to you, and I will see you tomorrow.